What is up, guys? Pie Muffin here, and we are back with another Tales of the Rays video. So, on a Saturday night was not when I was expecting to see a new PV. Normally, they drop it at the beginning of a week or end of a week, but I guess timing-wise, they just wanted to wait as long as possible since the current event does end on Tuesday, Tuesday morning. The Zillia event will end. I guess they thought Saturday is a good point because then they have, you know, Saturday morning, Sunday morning, Monday morning to do all their posting for whatever event is going to be next. There's quite a few surprises in here, and this is going to be quite a stacked month. You can see this is a 2.5 minute video. So let's just go ahead and dive in. I'll explain things, what we're getting as we go. Kind of crazy. And oh, there is something I want to talk about before I forget. So I'm not going to pull it up in game because I've already finished it, but the bonus board mission they had for the, what was it? It's like the 6.5 anniversary campaign. When I originally went over it, I had assumed it was just clearing stages or using AP or whatever. But that was not the case, which should have been obvious actually up to a certain point. Since this is it wasn't a 6.5 campaign, it was the 1000 Mirror Jarts campaign. So in order to complete it, you need to use Mirror Jarts, which makes it a lot faster if you're farming with the new kind of like multiplier update, where you can use, as much up to 5 times amount of AP for a stage. So if you use a Mirror Jart during a stage where you use the 5 times multiplier, it will count that you used a Mirror Jart 5 times per character. So if you have, by the way, it doesn't count the friend Mirror Jart towards this total, which makes sense. So if you have all 4 of your characters use a Mirror Jart, or even better, if you have them use more than one Mirror Jart, like if you have each of them use a Mirror Jart and then all 4 characters have a Spirit Gear, that's 8 Mirror Jarts, times that by 5, that's 40 Mirror Jarts counted towards your 200 total. So just make sure you're using Mirror Jarts anytime they come up, if you haven't completed it yet. But that's something I learned. So let's take a look at this PV. And then I'll talk about what I think it's going to probably look like. So first things first, we're getting a new set of Origin Mirror Jarts for the B column. So, let's see who they have to show us. So we've got Emil getting an Origin Mirror Jart, Annie, Shirley, and Luke. So this makes me very happy. They picked one character from 4 different games. I hope they kind of do this moving forward instead of just, they do 2 characters from each game or whatever. I do like that there's one, out of all the games shown here, there's a character pretty much from each game here. Obviously, normal Symphonia didn't get anything here, but as for the other 4, each of them is getting a single character. So very, very cool there. Annie, I'm very happy about getting something new because it's been a while since she's gotten anything. So that'll help her out. Shirley's got a decent amount of Mirror Jarts, so not too worried. And then, of course, Emil and Luke have plenty, being protagonists and all. Finally, after a 9-month drought, the 20th batch of Spirit Gears is here. I think either December of last year or January of this year was the last time they gave us a Spirit Gear trio. So, very happy to see it come back. So, we've got Rondeline seemingly getting a wind-based Spirit Gear. We have Tyr getting a light-based one. And we have Laphicet getting a dark-based one. Also, very cool that they chose games that need Spirit Gears. If you really think about it. I mean, Rondeline obviously is part even though it's a different version of Tales of Fantasia, she's still technically a Fantasia character. In Fantasia, we do have, we have Douse, we have Crest, and we have Mint with Spirit Gear. So this is technically the 4th Fantasia Spirit Gear. But this is only the 3rd, right? Because we have Luke and we have Ash, right? They both, those are the only two, I believe. So now we have our third. Am I forgetting someone? I feel like there's a third one already for Abyss. I can't think of it off the top of my head, though. So it probably is just 3. And then finally, a second Berseria Spirit Gear. And we always wondered how, like, Seraphs and Molochs were going to have Spirit Gears because they technically are already spirits on their own. So very, very cool that they're doing it like this. I hope this is the start of Spirit Gears making their way back in the rotation, by the way. Like, I hope it's not going to be another 6 months before we get another batch. Hopefully, now that they're starting to do it again, you know, maybe we'll even get lucky and before New Year's, we get another batch. You know, maybe we get one now and then we get another one in December. I would even be fine with every 3 months. Like, I don't need it to be every other month, but I don't want to wait, you know, another 6 to 9 months for another batch. We're getting new room characters as well. You can see Mew here. And we are also getting Bien Fu as a room character, so very, very cool. And now for our second to last main protagonist, Ending Marriage Art. Obviously, we expected this was coming because Tales of the Tempest anniversary is in October. So it makes sense that they would do Caius's now. Well, actually, no, third to last. Sorry. Third to last, Ending Marriage Art. Because after this, we still have Cress and Alphen. By the way, this animation goes crazy with, like, the pendants and everything. Even though I haven't played Tempest myself, I think it's a very good animation. Which is funny, because he doesn't actually even do anything besides throw the pendant. So I assume the damage from it is from the explosion here. Like, I assume that's where you're going to get the damage from. He throws the pendant, it just does, like, a field-wide damage thing. But it still looks really cool. Okay, so Ruby is getting an overray, presumably. This is either a Decisive Mirage Art or an overray. And then they're getting a crossover Mirage Art. They're doing the same thing Zillia did, where it's pretty much just the 2 main characters. So, cool there. We aren't done yet, though. They are going to be doing this is not for a banner or anything as far as I'm aware, but they are going to be doing a Tales of Symphonia Festival 20th Anniversary campaign. So I assume there's probably going to be a new bonus board to do, and then there's probably going to be some events or something. Maybe they will get some new Mirage Arts. I love the costumes they came out with for the characters. So even if they did something where they don't even need to be Mirage Arts, I would be totally fine with just attaining those costumes they revealed the other day for the main cast. Just a way to obtain them in-game. I would be totally fine with that. They don't need to be Mirage Arts. I just want those costumes. And we have one more thing. So, for those who may know, next month, Star Ocean Second Story R is going to be releasing. It releases on November 2nd. So, it looks like they're trying to let us know ahead of time about this collab that they're going to do. So, they're going to be doing a collab with that. In turn of which they will be rerunning the old collab with Rest in Peace, Star Ocean Anamnesis. I do miss you all the time. So they're obviously going to be rerunning this at the same time. But as fate would have it, since Claude and Rena were the ones from the last collab, I think it's safe to assume that at least Claude, I think it'll be both because it is a duo protagonist story. I think both Claude and Rena will get Ending Mirage Arts. But they're showing this to us now, so I assume it's probably going to be like either the event at the end of October, or it's going to be the first event in November. You know, maybe like November 9th or whatever, that's when this will happen. But I'm leaning more towards it being the event at the end of the month. So that's pretty much it, everything here. So how I think it's probably going to go is, I don't think we're going to start with this. You know, sometimes they do give us an Origin Mirage Art event, but with how much they have to stack into this month, I don't think that's going to happen. I think what's going to happen first is, I think the Spirit Gear event is probably going to be first. That's what'll start on Tuesday. And then between this event and the Tempest event, which will probably start around the 20th, they'll drop a banner for the Origin Mirror Jarts. And then I think probably, obviously there's 31 days in October, I think probably on the 31st will be when they drop this collab. They might drop the collab rerun first and then drop the new stuff, but I think this is how that's probably going to go. Probably around like the 23rd or something, or around the 25th, we'll probably get a trailer for the new stuff that's going to come. I don't know if they'll give us any new characters, but at the very least, I can expect that Claude and Rena will get ending Mirror Jarts, and then we'll probably get another 3 or 4 collab Mirror Jarts specifically for Second Story. So be very interesting to see what we get. So look forward to that. So that's going to be it, guys. Let me know what you guys think down below. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new to the channel. I'll see you all next time. Have a wonderful day, everyone.